Ride out with me. Ride out and meet them.
For death and glory.
Yes!
Let this be the hour when we draw swords together.
What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. Something you learn when you're getting older is that all good things must come to an end, but oftentimes, as long as you structure your life correctly, the things that come to an end lead to even better things. And we may be seeing that right now inside of the 2024 presidential race with Robert F. Kennedy dropping out. This is what the betting markets are saying right now. Holy moly. Ooh, almost 100% that RFK Jr. is going to drop out of the race before November. Now, why would the smart money be taking that bet? Well, because there have been multiple signals from the campaign that that is precisely what they're going to do. And then that Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who has been a lifelong Democrat, who's obviously the son of Democrat presidential royalty, actually. People who ran for president and people who were president. It's, of course, an astonishing American family, the Kennedy family. This man may endorse President Trump. Let's start with the dropout news. Hear from Jordan Satchel. Having heard two people at the RFK campaign say that he's dropping out. No word on the Trump endorsement yet, but it seems like that's a no-brainer. There are logistical issues like donors and ballots and so on, which may delay some stuff, but it's a wrap for the RFK campaign. Confirmed, says James Reichert. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is officially dropping out. Sources close to his campaign suggest that he's considering a major political move potentially aligning with Donald Trump, which would make a ton of sense. This could significantly alter the election dynamics. Major breaking story, and the reason why this would alter the dynamics is because RFK Jr. actually polls really well for a third party. I mean, it's been decades since we've seen a third party or an independent candidate garner so much support. RFK is pulling in between 5 and 7%, depending on the poll. This is a massive amount that could potentially go to President Trump. The campaign is not talking about supporting or aligning with Kamala Harris. In fact, they hate Kamala Harris and the Democrat Party, as the Democrat Party has done everything that they can to sue and stifle and destroy their campaign. Here is Nicole Shanahan, who, again, is a Democrat, talking about how evil the Democrat Party has been to them and how much they are actually aligned with Donald Trump.
It's Bobby's decision. I came into this supporting him wholeheartedly to win this election. And I have to say there's only one party that has obstructed a fair election for us. And unfortunately, it was the Democratic Party. They've done everything they can, including creating PACs to prevent us from being able to have ballot access.
Yeah, it's interesting because you were saying that you could stay in and run the risk of Kamala Harris win, or you could walk and you could join forces with Donald Trump. When you say join forces, Nicole, what do you mean specifically?
Well, this idea of a unity party, an idea of us coming around these principles of fighting for liberty in this country, fighting for our children's health. We have the worst chronic health crisis in the world right now. Over 50% of children are diagnosed with some chronic disease. This is unconscionable. And we are willing to work with anyone who is sincere in their endeavor to fix and address this issue.
Do you believe the Trump campaign and Trump himself is sincere? Do you see a home? You talk about this as being Bobby's decision. Do you see a home for RFK Jr. in the Trump administration, Health and Human Services, something to that extent?
I would fully support it. I would fully support a strong partnership dedicated to this issue. A lot of people comment that in his first term he didn't accomplish many of the things that mothers really were hoping he would do. Made some big mistakes around the pandemic. However, I think that he is sincere.
Yeah,
I do.
Could Robert F. Kennedy Jr. be the CIA director? We asked Don Jr. this actually earlier today on the show. I'll play that clip in just a second. But yeah, Nicole Shanahan, who's RFK Jr.'s running mate, saying, yes, we want to see RFK in the administration. We want to create a unity ticket. This could be the death knell for Kamala Harris. I got to tell you, like the Kamala Harris campaign is hanging on by a string already. Like, it is a completely and totally fabricated and manufactured, sugar high, absolute Ritalin-laced, diabetic level sugar high that Kamala's on right now. They haven't even let her give a single interview. And Kennedy coming out against that infrastructure and that the people who've like tried to destroy him just for daring to run for president. And with the last name Kennedy, and he's RFK's son. RFK was like the presumptive candidate for president before he was murdered in an assassination. Sound familiar? Dude, talk about the ties that bind. This is the Kennedy official address to the nation. This is going to happen in Friday in Phoenix, Arizona. Independent presidential candidate RFK Jr. will address the nation Friday. This is the day after the DNC. This is very interesting as the campaign will be coinciding their announcement on Friday with President Trump also in Phoenix on Friday. Very interesting. Donald Trump's remarks at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can see here, Arizona for Trump. Donald Trump speaking, turning point action in Arizona. Will the two appear on stage together? This is very interesting. They'll be in the same city, making this announcement at the exact same time. And multiple people on the internet who we trust have been saying that this is it. They're going that Kennedy is going to drop out, and Kennedy's own running mate saying they fully support working with Trump. This is like common cause, right? Be hilarious if Trump made RFK CIA director. Hell yeah. That would be absolutely spectacular. If Trump made RFK Jr. the CIA director, it might be one of the single greatest cleaning house moves in American history. Obviously, RFK Jr. has publicly blamed the CIA for the death of his father. And you can already see it here in the comments. I'm an RFK guy. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I just donated to Trump 2024. I can't take it anymore. These freaks are destroying our country. Yeah, says Daniel Bostic. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Don Jr. saying, yeah, why not? CIA director, let's go. Don, you said pedal to the metal. There's been some pretty remarkable news over the last 24 hours about RFK Jr. saying, Trump's the way, and we may drop out and join the Trump campaign, join forces. Can you please comment on that?
Yeah, listen, I'd love to see it. I know RFK. I know some of that team. Don't agree on everything, but like I think he'd actually be a great person to put in on certain agencies and just let him go to town, let him blow stuff up, like let him fix the stuff. I mean, he's incredibly well versed on a lot of things, and understandably, like me and like my family, probably has a gripe with some of the government, and could actually, that's a solid motivation to actually get things done. But it also shows some unity that I'd love to see. On these tickets, guys that may not agree on everything say, no, we understand the common goal is to prevent communism, socialism from taking over our country. And that is the Kamala Harris, Tim Walz ticket. I mean, there are literally, it's a socialist. They want to put price controls in, and they're going to stop your business, and they're going to make sure that we take your kids away if you don't let them go through transgender surgery without parental consent. It's like, these people are lunatics. And so if you see that kind of, coming together to fight a common enemy, which is, what I'm concerned, as far as I'm concerned, the biggest threat to democracy. I think RFK probably agrees. I think he said that. Then it was about Biden, but there is no light between Biden and Harris. That's according to their own press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, who said there's no light between the policies. So the policies have failed. They're taking us down a bad path. So I think it would be an incredible thing. I'd love to see it.
So just on a closing note here, RFK Jr. for CIA director. Come on.
Yeah, I like that.
We got Mike Walls right here. We got Mike Walls right here. He's on Intelligence Committee.
How about the FDA? How about HHS? Listen, there's a lot of places you could. There's a lot of places that a guy like that I think could do. Great, or sort of a general, Overwatch. So I could think of a dozen roles I'd love to see him in, and I think it'd be great.